I was recently in Nashville, Tennessee, and I stayed at the Holiday Inn and Suites near downtown, just 5 minutes walk away from the Walk of Fame. In this video, I'll be giving you a tour of this special corner room with 2 queen beds, and I'll also be giving you my personal experience staying in this room for 3 nights. As with all modern hotels these days, you enter your room via key card, and on the back of the door is, of course, the emergency evacuation plan for your floor. This door does have that handy feature of just using a peek door stopper, so you can quickly open the door briefly but not open it all the way just to see who it is if you don't want to use the peek hole. And of course it does have the regular deadbolt that you can use to prevent anybody from using any kind of key card from accessing your room if you don't want to. And something I've never seen before but is really useful is actually this second switch on the right, which is the master switch, which you can quickly cut off every single light in the room right before you leave. It might just be a feature for this corner room because it is a little bit bigger than a traditional room, because you have this whole big corridor here with a full-length mirror right there. And then hanging on the wardrobe door is the privacy door tag. Inside you'll find a safe whose combination is up to you. Underneath have some pockets of space to put your shoes. On the left is the ironing board, and the iron can be found on top of the safe. You do have a hanging rack and comes with a few hangers, some even with the pant clips. And then just above that you have extra pillow and sheets. Right next to the wardrobe you have a mini kitchenette, you have a mini microwave right here, and just underneath that is a Keurig machine with a few coffee pods already there, some cups, and even some tea. All of which are complimentary. I did double check. I was wondering if the coffee cups and the tea, coffee in general, I'm just wondering if it costs extra or not.
No, it doesn't.
They also have some disposable utensils, and there are even some USB ports to plug in your device, and that's kind of a theme here. There are actually a lot of outlets in this room. You got more cups and also your ice bucket right there. Underneath is a mini fridge, which is the normal size you would expect. When I was staying in Chicago a month earlier, it had this really tiny mini fridge and I was a little bit in shock. But this one's a good one. In fact, it gets so cold that it could almost be a freezer. As you can see, my drink here actually froze being in the top shelf. So I actually had to lower the setting a little bit to prevent this. And then another bonus for a corner room is this extra little bench here. I assume that you could use to sit on it and put your shoes on. But what I found really strange is these metal strips along here are actually really sharp. So actually I ended up using this as a luggage holder rather than a place to sit down. Moving on to the bathroom, you'll start seeing these country touches like this sliding barn door. It has 2 light switches, so one that's a little bit brighter and another one for just around the mirror. So it's nice to have this on if you want like a really dim night light at night. Here's the waste bin. It has no plastic bag, which seems to be the trend these days. And then here's the toilet area. I find it funny that the toilet paper looks like it was half done for the hospitality triangle. Toilet is a push button style versus a flush handle. Not too sure why. Besides the paintings, the big centerpiece on the wall here is definitely that big round mirror with the lights all around it. And actually, if you look closely, it actually has like leather, resembling like a leather belt. So again, going on with the country theme. Here's an outlet so you can plug in a hairdryer or other accessories if you need to, alongside a box of tissues situated next to the sink. To the right are 2 makeup remover wipes situated on a block that looks like it would be for a physical bar soap, but now as you can see a little bit upwards on the wall, mounted are 2 Dove body lotion and hand wash bottles, which are locked in place to the wall, so it's just a refillable large bottle to save on waste. Underneath the sink, you'll find an extra roll of toilet paper, and to the right of that, you'll find a hair dryer and then extra towels and face cloths. So a total of 4 sets that you get automatically with this room. And you can hang one of the hand towels right here on this bar right here. Here's the shower bath situation. It is a bathtub, and there's the bath mat right here. And here's the shower curtain, which quite frankly was a little bit too short. Like it wouldn't stay put if I were to put it on the inside of the tub. The tub itself was pretty clean for the most part. There was, hints of mold in those hard to reach places, but otherwise you get a pretty fancy shower setup here. You have not only a handle, which can adjust the whole pattern to adjust the water pressure, but you can also easily switch between that and the top shower head using the knob. Then there's a little metal rack in the corner if you brought your own toiletries, a bar to hold on to if you need that, and also some more Dove products. We got shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, also in those large bottles, again, locked into the wall. So that's the bathroom, very spacious, very modern, and very country. Moving on to the biggest space of all, of course, the bedroom. So since this is a corner room, it's definitely much more spacious than other rooms that have two queen beds. So first off, in the corner here is a chair. The exterior material feels like plastic, so obviously easier to clean, but you can see a little bit more wear and tear as a result. Nearby is the second waste bin, same one as the bathroom, though I don't like how light it is because I really quickly knocked it over when I was trying to set up this pull-out desk here, which I think is a really creative idea to save on space, but also very functional when you need it. I definitely took advantage of this space as well as their free Wi-Fi when I had to work in this room. Wi-Fi was pretty solid when I had to use it. Then just above the pull-out desk, a little advertisement for their 2 attached restaurants or convenience stores and a brief tourist guide of Nashville. And of course the hotel phone, which I did use to ask for complimentary toothpaste. And also, do you seem to have toothpaste?
We do have toothpaste.
Okay, do I need to come down to get the toothpaste?
I can have someone bring the toothpaste to you.
Okay, that'd be great, thank you. And look, more outlets conveniently located where you would want to situate your laptop. Hint, hint, wink, wink, Intercontinental Chicago. And then the TV is right next door here. Nothing too crazy, just I think probably a 720p quality 47-inch TV, I want to say. It has just your regular basic free channels like cooking channels, sports, some movie history, that kind of stuff. So if you're a big TV hotel goer, you'll probably want to hook it up to your computer. The HDMI port is easily accessible on the back. And if you're curious about this particular hotel remote, yeah, it looks like they don't really wipe these down. The furniture that the TV is situated on is basically another dresser. It has tons of space for storage. And I appreciate the continuance of the country theme here. It has like leather for the handles for the drawers. And then here in the other corner is again the identical sofa chair. So that's one wall of this bedroom, or should I say one window side of this bedroom, because this corner room has 2 large window floor-to-ceiling views of the city, which I'll show you in just a minute. But first, let's finish up this room tour content with, of course, the beds. And talking about more outlets, there's another one right there next to that bed. The beds are pretty quaint. There's nothing that particularly stands out about them. I think just typical queen-size hotel beds with loads of pillows. Perhaps one exception are these benches at the foot of the beds. Between the beds, you'll find a single nightstand with an alarm clock that is not showing the right time. But when do hotel alarm clocks ever have the right time? And then there's also a little welcome paper right here talking about the various amenities that this hotel offers. And something to note is that by default, they actually don't daily clean your room unless you specifically call them and ask them to. But I thought that they would by default because I did see this separate hanger to let them know that you don't want them to clean your room every day. And I didn't use this door hanger at all, assuming they would clean my room for the 3 days I was here, but they actually didn't. But it does look like I did get some bonus points for not using the cleaning service every day since I am an IHG member. So just FYI, but getting back to the tour, you can see that the entire nightstand is decked out in the country style with leather on the corners and a leather handle for the drawer. And did I mention there are tons of outlets right there, including USB outlets for your convenience? There's even another outlet and USB port where the light switches are for these bedside lamps, and that's pretty much the only light source in this entire bedroom. So if you haven't noticed yet, some of the reflections that you may see in the footage is actually my phone's flashlight to give more light to the camera. Because when it's nighttime, which is when I'm filming this right now, it's really dark in here. Good thing this whole room decor is really homey, and you can see Nashville elements everywhere, including those cowboy hats mounted on the wall. In that same corner is a sofa with pillows as well as a mini table. I guess you can eat there. And unfortunately, I do still see that big stain there despite it being so dimly lit. And as you can expect, all the safety features are present here: sprinkler system, fire alarm, plus built-in room controlled AC. You can see the thermostat right here on the wall that you can easily control yourself. The extra AC unit is right across from the thermostat right here. It is definitely audible when it's running, so it's a good thing that it's a good ways away from the actual beds. But I did hear some really strange noises coming from it at night, almost every single night, and my coworkers who also stayed in the same hotel as me also said the same thing. So there are definitely some obvious cons staying here. There's some stains, obvious signs of damage that they kind of just painted over, like in the walls or cracks. Some obvious wear and tear in the carpet, upholstery, areas where they could have done better in cleaning. And the most annoying thing was definitely the looseness of this toilet paper roll holder. There's just no way for me to fix this. It would always come loose whenever I rolled the toilet roll at all. But despite all that, this room is worth it because of this amazing view that you wake up to every morning. I mean, you literally got the perfect view of Nashville just from this hotel. There's no other tall buildings right next to you, so you can see very far out into the distance. Like, you can see the iconic pedestrian bridge. And here's a look at the same view at night. And if you're somehow worried about somebody looking in, there are curtains spanning the entire window view. But like I said, there's no other tall buildings really close by. And there isn't much traffic either during the nighttime, so it's pretty quiet during the nighttime since this is not directly in downtown as many other hotels are in this part of Nashville. So I was able to sleep extremely well here. I didn't even have to use melatonin, which was a big surprise for me. In fact, the only time when I heard sirens was actually in the morning when I had to get up anyways. Overall, I can definitely recommend this room, especially for the scenic value of it, and also I appreciate the theme of country music clearly shown throughout the whole decor. Checkout was also a breeze. I was able to do it within the IHG app. So the next video I'll be doing is the full hotel tour, so definitely get subscribed if you aren't already. But thanks for watching this video.